I've been working on several pieces at the same time right now. Three larger ones have carried forward from the late spring, and really since the start of the summer, I've been in a season of creating without finishing. And that's just due to school and summer travel and the Hamptons Fine Art Fair, etc. So many extenuating circumstances, but I did start a lot of things. So now I'm setting out to complete things before I move into my new studio space, hopefully soon. Recently, I was able to finish a painting that had been in limbo for months. It's called Aristata, and bringing it to completion reminded me to trust my process a little bit more. I struggle with leaving something unfinished, but I think that this was a nudge to allow me to take a step back when necessary, not push too hard when the inspiration isn't aligned, and then just trust that I'm going to find a way to get it there. The pieces I'm working on now are all in varying stages of completion. One of them's called Eurydice. I think this one's close, but something in the colors feels off to me. And instead of charging forward, I'm giving the surface time to dry so that I don't overwork it in the wrong direction. The next one is Prometheus, and this one is a bit messy right now. And part of my process tends to be letting a little mania in. There is a manic undercurrent here, which feels right for the subject, but it will need tempering. I'll be layering in some colors with varying transparency to capture that quality, but I do need to be in the right headspace for it. Another is Circe. It's still very immature, but I like the direction, and it will share some familiar elements with my other work, but ultimately, I think it will be a different experience, as they all are. Then there's Pharmaca. For a while, I convinced myself it was finished, but it never really was. I'm approaching it now the same way I did Aristata, reworking it so that it can finally emerge the way it should. I also have an untitled piece that's in a similar place, and I think that those will form a bit of a series where they have sort of a unique, really built-up texture that shows their evolution over time and the way that they developed separately from some of my other pieces. Finally, I've been working on two kind of oceanic pieces. These feel a little bit more sequential and intentional, but I'm approaching them carefully. There's a trepidation in me wanting to preserve what's already working, and I'm not sure yet if that's protective in a good way or if it will just end up slowing me down. Either way, I'm pushing forward. This next stretch is about making progress, trusting my process, and carrying these works across the finish line.